out. The ATM is all burned and melted out. But look at the ATM now. Look at that. It looks more like the electronics heated up to the point of melting everything.
See inside there's ashes all on the inside.
So there are ashes on the floor of this place, but everything is still intact. What burned? So this store survived, but there are ashes on the floor in there. What? How are people seeing this and not seeing the insane anomalies? And it gets way worse. Way worse. Check this out and pay attention. Here's a Mercedes. It's on the street. It's a ragtop. You know, very few cars actually survived because it doesn't matter about being around the fire in these fires. The vehicle can burn in the middle of a lot, right? And you're not going to tell me that some ember landed on a pickup truck and just burned the whole thing out. It's a fucking steel truck, man. You know, it's madness. But pay attention here, because this Mercedes is a ragtop and it survived. And you're going to see something that I'm going to show you that is a very, very strange coincidence.
Mercedes untouched.
Another one. Another Mercedes is untouched. And check this out. It's a ragtop. So a second car on the street is not burned out, and it happens to be a ragtop. Less metal, that's for sure. Doesn't have a glass window in the back. Has a plastic window because that top has to roll back and then fit down behind the back seat. Pay attention to that. There's two now. Keep going.
It is very dusty. A new construction going up.
Another coincidence. Every time this guy passes a new structure, it's not burned down. So right there, they were building a new building, and it doesn't burn down. Now let's think about this. The plumbing isn't hooked up from the ground. The wiring isn't put into the home yet. The electricity isn't turned on yet. There are multiple factors here. Now, people were trying to blame this on smart meters, right? And smart meters could totally aid in the burning of a house. I totally get that. I'm not saying that it can't do that. But what I'm saying is a smart meter doesn't have anything to do with a car burning down. You know, in the middle of a parking lot somewhere. Melted. Like 9/11 melted. An I-beam. It's made of steel. I'm talking an I-beam. Oh, man. It's a melted I-beam. The wheels are bent out, right? Like someone broke a tie rod or broke an axle. When that happens, the wheels will just bloop, pop out like that. Or some retards out there do that when they're messing with their camber. But this is doing that because the tie rods and the axles and everything are vaporized. The engine is vaporized. The hood is vaporized. The body panels are vaporized. There's the melted metal in the driveway. Every piece of this car is vaporized. Marshall Iwasa. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. But he went missing in Canada. And his truck was found up in the mountains, burned out. I'll get into that case at another time because there are some anomalies to that. But this was lit intentionally, torched by someone intentionally. The hood is still there. The body panels are still there. The interior is rocked out, totally rocked out. And the glass is gone. That is typical. The wheels are still totally intact. And the tires are open. Someone had opened the doors. But the hood is there. The doors are there. Everything is still there. Even in the back of the truck, everything is still there. It's just torched. And that is what a vehicle should look like. Moving on. Here isn't anything. It wasn't in an inferno around it. This would be a different story if this was in an inferno that was being stoked for hours and hours, you know. But everything is gone. The wheels are gone. The axles are gone. The doors are gone. We're talking steel now, not aluminum, man. We are talking steel that is totally vaporized. Vaporized steel.
Absolutely gone.
This car survived. And this is very, very important. Remember that I said a car isn't really grounded. And remember when I was talking about the house and the plumbing and everything, and coming from the ground, right? Check this out. The side skirts melted from the bottom, facing the road, away from the home, near the ground. Totally melted. That is tough ass plastic. And it is close to the ground and facing away from the fire, and it melted. In the fire, you can tell by the dust and the soot and everything that's on it. And this car is just 12 feet from it, 13 feet, and it is completely and totally vaporized. There's no other word for it. This is not melted. This is totally vaporized.